about to go out for a paddle, and I figured I would do a review on my Wilderness Systems Tempest 170. I know when I first got into paddling about 12 months ago, I didn't know what to buy, and it was tough because there's so many different lines and so many different products out there, and stores selling them like Canadian Tire or just some other kind of cheap brand store, and I didn't know what to buy. Good thing I had my brother who kayaks quite often, and he has one of these, and he's had it for about 5 years, and it's still in mint condition, and it is awesome. So I didn't know what to do. I went to a few stores. I ended up going to Peely Wings in Leamington, Ontario to purchase it, and they were very helpful. They gave me a lot of information, and it was basically a one-stop shop. I got everything from that store. But yeah, it's 17 feet long. It's made of poly, and it is awesome to maneuver in the water. I've been in big water, I've been in small water, I've been in white water, little rivers, and it just maneuvers great. If you're looking for a white water kayak, this is not for you. If you want something where you're going to be touring lakes, like Algonquin Park or Lake Superior or something along those lines, or even just rivers like we have here in the backyard, touring, you want something longer. You don't want a short kayak. You want something around 17, 16 footer. If you get anything smaller than that, as you paddle, when you go side by side, you're always going to be working against yourself. You're always going to have to compensate for what side you want to go on. So, in my opinion, you want to stick to a longer kayak if you're looking for that. But if you're looking to have fun in white water, or you're on Lake Superior or Lake Huron where you got big waves and you just want to, cruise around or play on the beach, then you want something shorter to play around with. You want to keep in mind that your cockpit right here, you don't want it too big. You want it a decent size. You only want it, where it fits about your waist or so, because you're going to want to use your spray skirt in certain environments, and the smaller it is, the less water that gets trapped in there. And I don't really know technically. I'm just telling you what I feel. I'm doing it myself. I'm not a professional, and I don't sell these things, so just what my own personal feel about it. The compartment is pretty awesome in this. Tons of room. If you want to let me just show you here. This is your rear hatch, and there's a lot of room in here. You can throw your cooking equipment in here. You can throw a bunch of supplies when you're doing an overnight paddling trip. And then right here you have your day hatch. This is where you're going to throw your drinks, your granola bars, or just some snacks while you're cruising on the water. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of room in there. And you also have your front hatch. This is where you're going to throw your lightest equipment when you're paddling. I usually throw my tent, my sleeping bag in here, and anything that's light that doesn't weigh down the front of your kayak, because you want to make sure your weight is mostly at the back. As for your seat, I wouldn't be picky. My brother has a basic seat. This is more advanced seat, but to me, I don't even notice the difference. And there's a little pocket in here, and there's lots of room inside the cockpit. As you can see, the pedals down here, you can control where you want your pedals and how deep or however long your legs are. This thing is cool. I definitely suggest an upgrading one of these, because you're going to throw your cell phone, or an Apple or something, a quick munchie, gloves, a toque, just quick access items. So yeah, this kayak right here, I don't think you're going to get too much a deal out there on the market. I purchased it for around $1,600 Canadian, and then you're going to have all your extras. So your extras are going to include, you need a spray skirt, and that's what is going to fill your cockpit. You're going to need a decent paddle. I wouldn't cheap out and get a cheap paddle. Get something decent with that. You're going to need a sponge. Sponge is very important. You're not just going to use a Canadian Tire sponge. You want to get something that takes water really good. So none of that Canadian Tire stuff. And you're going to need a bilge. You need a pump. And make sure you get something decent, because if you ever spill over, and it's happened to me once already, you need to be able to pump this water out as quickly as possible. So don't get a $5, $10 dollar store thing. Get something decent. Spend about $30 on that. So between everything, and taxes, everything I needed was about $2,300, and that got me everything that I needed. I didn't mention this right here, but you need your ropes and your whistles, and this is just a package where you don't need anything else after this. As for portaging, if you're looking to purchase a kayak to portage, I've done a couple portage trips with this thing. It is heavy. You're going to want 2 people, so if you have a friend of yours who has a kayak as well, it's easier just to grab the straps on the side and walk through your portage. Anything over a couple kilometers long is really draining because you have all your equipment in here, and you're looking at an additional 100 pounds from what this already is. I don't know what the weight on this is, maybe 70, 80 pounds, I'm not sure, but it's a lot. I even thought of it, I've never done it yet, but what I would do is if I was doing a solo, is I would carry a backpack, my backpacking backpack, and strap it on top here, and always keep my heaviest stuff in my backpack, and anything else that's heavy, like a stove, anything like that, I could just pack it in my pack, so that way I can throw it on my shoulders, and it's relatively, I mean, you can walk around really easy with it. It's not that heavy. You just got to get a hang of it. And once you do get a hang of it, it's not hard. I could easily walk a kilometer right now, maybe a break in the middle. So that's my review. I'm going to go paddling right now, so maybe I'll throw in a couple of clips from my paddle. I'm going to go hit the Detroit River at this moment. And I want to check out downtown Detroit and downtown Windsor and go underneath the Ambassador Bridge. So I'm going to check all that out, and I'll show you a couple clips. So hopefully this helped you out, and if you have any questions about paddling and purchasing a kayak, let me know, because I can help you out. And like I said, I've only been at her about a year. I've covered a lot of water already, so you're going to hear it from somebody who's new and who's just starting to get a feel of the quality and not so quality with all the equipment that's needed. All right. So I'm going for it. There's 2 portages right before the falls. So there's one here, which we came and we dropped off Mike's kayak on the other side, which we found another portage we didn't know until now. So it looks a little rough, but I think I'm going to attempt it and make it to the second portage, and it's right at the falls.